Hi, welcome to the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and today I want to talk about versatility. Okay? My layout room offered a lot of challenges. It's 9 feet wide, 22 feet long, but that's not the challenge. The challenge is that the wall there and the wall there are all glass. Well, the wall here does have a door in it as well. Alright? This is a patio area where the roof of the house extends over the top. And it's been enclosed in with insulated panels, and I've added a portable air conditioner, so I have semi-climate control. But between those two walls, and then the remaining two walls, this wall has a 6-foot sliding glass door. Two 3-foot panels, and an 8-foot sliding glass door, two 4-foot panels. Down on the end, we have a regular man door that goes into the guest restroom, and a 3.5-foot door. And then, of course, I already talked about the door leading out to the screen room and koi pond, and you've seen it in a lot of my videos with the bridges. Okay? So, offers a lot of challenges. I can't just extend the layout and block any of these means of egress. It just wouldn't work right. My wife would kill me, right? And I hear her in the background saying, so they've got to be able to remain open when I'm not running trains. Okay? So here's what I've done. For this section here, I have you may have seen it in previous, the framing for a drop-down section. Okay? And it simply is on hinges, comes up into place, and there's a locking bar that goes in and locks this in place. Okay? And basically it's just a bar that goes through the frame of one side and into the frame of the other side with dowel rods, 4 dowel rods. Okay? Sanded so that they smoothly but tightly lock it into place. Okay? So that's for this section. Now, you've probably seen in my previous videos over here around the roundhouse loops. Well, I've already pre-installed 2 switches so that one can come off here, one can come off here, and put a third center track in, and that will be the reversing loop. Okay? So those tracks will come across along with 5-track staging yard back here, and then industries on the front side. Okay? Then we get over here to this opening. Okay? And how do we work around this? Well, I didn't want to put hinged drop downs here just because of the angles and seams. It just would create more hassles than what it was worth. And as much as I hate lift out sections, that was the solution I opted for here. I don't have any room for a pivot bridge. If I pivoted this way, I'd hit the wall, I'd lock the door, and if I pivoted that way, I already have one bridge that pivots out, so pivot bridge wouldn't work, fold ups don't work. The only thing I could do was a lift out. So, lift out section stores behind and simply comes out. And it'll be a little bit of a challenge once I get scenery on it, but it'll be nothing intricate, no buildings to speak of, and I can always put handles on this. But there's a slight lip here that you may recall. This opens up, and this is where the harbor seam stores under here. So there's no lip all the way across to block this door, just on this section here, but the lift out section itself has 2 dowel rod pins that pin into place here. Okay? So, line line those up into place, and it drops in. Now between this section here and a little section here, it locks it and keeps it from moving side to side. Okay? So it's firmly locked in place. Now I intentionally had this sit down some so I can build this section up with a layer of foam so that I can carve out some terrain, including a stream across here to add a little bit of interest. The piece itself is lightweight, so it's just a little awkward. Some handles will help. All right. That's how easy that slides in, slides out. Stores right behind. Now the last thing I want to talk about after I drop this section originally, you've seen the island before. Originally it was built up higher, and in fact it was the same height as across the aisleway here, up about here, but the distance, that would have made a fairly steep grade in connecting on each side. So I rebuilt the top, cut it down some, have it on hinges, and so it lifts up. And at least during the construction process, I'll be able to get to the wiring and switch motors relatively easily. Okay? The other thing is, and I'm big on versatilities and utilizing space in a efficient manner. So this end cabinet section, which is a 45-degree upper cabinet you find in the kitchen, which I've utilized 2 over at the roundhouse, 1 over here, put another one here. It helps with the aisleways and eliminates sharp corners. But anyway, it simply is on casters and will roll out. Have some supplies down there. It rolls out and can be moved around. Okay, and supplies me a portable work area with a lift, so screws and such don't fall out. And it can roll over to my test bench over there, and between this and the test bench, give me a little more room to model. Okay? So that is some more efficient use of space. All right. Like I say, it rolls fairly easy. Sometimes casters can be a challenge as they pivot around. And I put in some strips so that it locks, so to speak, into place. Okay? And so I'm now ready to continue on phase 2. Not that I'm giving up working on Chicago and Union Station, because I still have to work there. I still have the suburban scene underneath the Monitor and Van Buren Street to work on. So I've got plenty to do. This just gives me the versatility to move around. So anyway, I want to thank you for joining me here at the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. Once again, I'm Steve, and y'all have a great day. Bye now.